St. Ambrose of Milan, presented by Gavin O'Connor. Aurelius Ambrosius, better known as Ambrose, was born in 340 in Gallia Belgica in the Roman Empire. His father was a prefect of Gaul, and his mother was a very religious woman. He had two older siblings, Marcellina and Satyrus, who were also saints. When Ambrose was an infant in his crib, a swarm of bees came to him and landed on his head. They left behind some honey on him, and his dad saw this as a sign that Ambrose would be a great and eloquent speaker one day. Because of this encounter with the bees, Ambrose is the patron saint of bees and beekeepers. After his father died, Ambrose studied literature, law, and rhetoric in Rome. He followed in his father's footsteps and earned a place on the council. In 372, he was made governor of Emilia and Liguria in northern Italy until 374. He was a very popular and recognizable political figure. In 374, the Bishop of Milan died, and an election was held to see who would replace him. There was a dispute between the Arians and the Nicene Church, and Ambrose addressed the assembly to prevent the situation from getting out of control. While up there, everyone started chanting, "Ambrose, Bishop." Ambrose refused to become bishop since he was not even baptized, didn't know the Catholic faith, nor was he ordained. He went into hiding into a colleague's house, but was given up by that colleague. Within a week, he was baptized and ordained and named Bishop of Milan on December 7, 374. He was one of the original 4 doctors of the church. He was one of the doctors because he showed great importance to theology. As Bishop of Milan, Ambrose was very generous and gave all of his money to the poor. This made him very popular and gave him political leverage over the emperor. Ambrose studied the Old Testament and the Greek authors and became a great influence to people like Augustine of Hippo, who he ended up baptizing and ultimately converting. Ambrose tried to put a stop to Arianism in Milan, but Arians had very powerful people on their side, such as the emperor. Arians wanted some churches dedicated to them, but Ambrose said no and was ordered to appear in front of the council. He said that they could kill him, but he would never betray the church, and Ambrose ended up being successful. In the future, Ambrose was told twice more to hand over the churches. The first time, he refused to do it, and the second time, Ambrose and his congregation locked themselves inside of the church walls. Ambrose was very successful as the Bishop of Milan, ended up retiring in Bologna, and helped transfer other saints' relics. Ambrose died on April 4th in 397, and his feast day is December 7th. Thank you for listening to my presentation on the Bishop of Milan, St. Ambrose.